If you have any comment or question, Dr. Vicky Joshi and from the nuns.
Thank you, Mohita. It was wonderful to have this entire consolidation of all the types of research methodology we can use. Who would be the sample for these?
When you're looking at a sample, you could use these with even adolescents, because when I have been working with adolescents, I find that yes, focus group discussions work good these days with them if it's conducted in a proper way, and also the rural women. So the ones, you look at when you're looking at a developmental phase of it, below, not the youth, so not that age group, but yes, the elderly and the children, it really works better to understand. See, because they, most of the times people find it difficult to use the questionnaires, and we have a lot of errors in the questionnaires also. So even if you use a 4-point scale, we know that social desirability cannot be ever tapped. So in order to control it, we need to get into not just the mixed methodology that we are calling, but moreover a triangulation method, than even going a step higher than the mixed methodology, which is better.
I also asked about the sample. So you mean that these would be other people who are the practitioners, and we are kind of studying?
Yes. So even when I'm talking of diary writing or something, we could have the, if you want to understand the Buddhist practices and all, so we could also have the experiences of the nuns, where they are documenting their own experiences and use this as a secondary information to substantiate our results.
Okay. I just wanted to add a little more. In this field of Indian psychology, there is one more method which they are kind of encouraging, which is research. I know it's little, what you say, people don't feel very comfortable about it. It's also researchers' first-hand research, which they call it. So, for example, we take as researchers as well as practitioners a particular maybe spiritual practice, keep documenting it, and then in the end report our findings. This interesting way to look at it. I know it doesn't fit into the way the things are working, but one of the good thing is, like which they say, in the process either we learn or we grow. So even if we do not publish this research as a person, we do grow spiritually.
Okay, to respond to this, I feel what we actually lack is the documentation process, and we need to get into a lot more of documentation, because there are many researchers these days, especially in 2016-17, which have come up with innovative ways of data collection. So when you're even looking at participatory appraisal techniques, there are a lot of these coming up. So you have both of the sets, so you have the researcher and the participants documenting their own experiences, and these experiences are then used to just substantiate if there is a quantitative, or if you're reporting a case study within it. So it gets embedded within that within the bigger umbrella of research methodology, which by and large all the scientists use. But yes, there are ways which are being encouraged to document this. In India, what I personally feel is that there is a lot of this experiential learning that takes up, and there are our practices are not something which are like it's black and it's white. No, we are in the gray shade. So we actually need to document the gray shade which we are not doing. We are trying to fit our spiritual practices into the Western precise models, which is not going to make a lot of difference, because that's not what we are experiencing. So we have to find a way out of it, of going, the traditional way of the Western documentation, and come up with our own indigenous ways of documenting this data.
Yeah, just taking it a little further, because it's on a lot of about methodology. So when we talk about a documentation, what people have been discussing about it, because this is a very major issue in the area of consciousness research, Indian psychology and spirituality and all. One way is to, yes, we kind of document our experiences and publish in a regular, maybe qualitative kind of journal. Another way people have started talking about, although it may not fit into the journal kind of publication, it may not add to our career growth, but then they have started talking about that why these journals, like, because we have been publishing for almost 100 years, but it doesn't like really add up. It becomes very dry. So whether we can reach a level of inner experience, and from there when we write, which when someone reads it, it touches them. So because behind this is the assumption that, which is coming from the Indian tradition, that consciousness is contagious. So for example, Rumi's poetry, when we read it, we also feel, wow, we feel this expansion in our chest and like a different kind of experience, inner experience. The third type which they are talking about is also, you transform so much. I know it's like, we are just talking theoretically, but then it is a possibility that some people transform so much that being in their presence, for example, Ramana Maharshi's thing where people just being in their presence felt transformed. So in the process, we are kind of taking the frontiers little further of the field itself. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Vicky, you have any comment or question? Yeah, we have 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I just actually have a quick question. I found your definition of spirituality fascinating because I've never seen this definition in any Western literature. You had defined it as spirituality gives the individual autonomy over his or her interpretation of the solar spirit. And in the Western scientific literature, there's no, as usual, scientists don't agree on what the actual definition of spirituality is, but in general, they define it as having this feeling that you are connected to something larger than yourself, and also cultivating those qualities within yourself that that bring about that sort of connection, not just with something larger than yourself, but also other people. So I can see how these two would work together, but it's a very unique definition that I've never seen before. So I'm just curious if you can talk a little bit about where this definition came from, and is it unique to kind of an Indian understanding? Okay.
There are over 100 plus definitions of spirituality in literature. Okay, but the commonality between all of this is that you need to have a deeper sense of belongingness, interconnectedness, and transcendence. Not many of them actually speak about, but that is the third one that they do talk about. So the common thing between all the definitions is interconnectedness and a sense of belongingness that comes in. So even in a recently constructed scale on the very much the Indian population, the scale was like, you could say constructed on the basis of the different other constructs of spirituality already established globally. So even from that, when it has been come on Indian population, the sense of belongingness and interconnectedness do stand true, but the other definitions of the global perspectives of spirituality slightly wobble here and there for the Indian population. So this is what I have picked up as somewhat apt to the Indian population. But yes, there are over 100 definitions of spirituality.
Thank you. So now I would like to request some question from the nuns, please.
Well, you have talked about well-being, and do you see any connection or relationship between well-being and happiness?
So when you're looking at well-being and happiness as in the scientific arena, they are interchangeably used, or you could also say that well-being entails happiness also. So if you're going to be happy, then only are you going to be in a positive mental frame of mind, and you would have well-being, okay? So they both are very much interchangeably used and highly interconnected. So scientists use both the terms at times interconnectedly. The theoretical derivatives of both do stem from the same philosophical outlook for the scientists.
tanda detang da digi sho dingi sto dingil do yores kansna mijik digi choina di kurangi samlo inne bob de khari cha de na legbe cha de ros yawaj dila do ani tanda digi choya de die chi bodo cha de yores chidangi tanda digi se da detang se dingi pinsu do yo che ani tanda 당에 니데 파수니가 가두이나 제레시니 배주 당해 줘라 된대양 배주 지요 레스테리나 배주 지요 값수
아니 게나게 단다라 아니 센데놈 된데게 제아멘다와 아니 잘라스요레라스라 안티노니 아니 쿠스토바다 긴수시바데 아니 다 참게 가리 군다본다 레라사 어디 쿠스토바다 아니 기도 디말로데 간데지라 아니 응원지 셰키오나.
So you said there are hundreds of definitions when it comes to spirituality. So is there any particular standard definition?
There's no standard definition that is there. What scientists generally do is, so depending on what aspect of spirituality say I want to measure, I will define spirituality as a scientist how I see it, okay? So there's not one standard standalone definition.
Da tanda anzu semdun se she jura dila ni tangi da tanda dishe tsingi da chedin ji yores lan chiwa di tangira dila du chindin ji dile shagyo maris chidangi nedang khande ime dila shi shane ani tanda semdun lan na dile ji shagyo yores lan ani di dishe yadam minda ni gyagyo yores lo cha yores.
Here, we have one question from the audience, for the scientists, I think. Can an atheist be spiritual? Atheist be spiritual?
Okay. I personally believe that an atheist can be spiritual because we have delineated what is religion and what is spirituality. So spirituality is nothing but your own search for the truth. You may not want to be religiously affiliated to any group, but yes, you can be spiritual. You can find the meaning of your life by yourself.
Just to give an example, it depends on what you understand about atheism and whether it's about not believing in God and all. Many of the Indian traditions are actually, in that sense, atheist. Sankhya as a philosophy is atheist. Yoga, which is the experiential training based on Sankhya philosophy, is also atheist, except where they use God and surrender to God as just a practice to get over your ego and go beyond it. So otherwise, these traditions are completely atheist.
So we have a particular question for Vicky. How can we relate, how can I pronounce ow to the meaningful life?
So how can awe contribute to the meaning of life? One of the effects of awe that the researchers have found is it makes you feel like you're connected to something larger than yourself, and it also gives you a sense of common humanity, that we're all interconnected. And people who have a sense of meaning in their life, oftentimes where they get that meaning is just that, are just those things. So feeling that you are part of something larger than yourself and that you are connected to other human beings. So an experience of awe could give someone who really feels that life is purposeless, there's no meaning in my life, why am I here, what is this for? It is possible that that experience of awe could all of a sudden make them feel like, yes, I do have a sense of meaning in my life.
Since you mentioned that the children in the West are given so much freedom. If they are going in the wrong direction, do the teacher and parents guide them? Maybe Dr. Vicky, or I think three of you. This question is particular for three of you. There's a question saying, since you are mentioning, probably you mentioned in presentation, that the children in the West are given in so much freedom. If they are going in the wrong direction, do the teacher and parent guide them?
So do the teachers and the parents guide them if children are going in the wrong direction? Hopefully. Yes, hopefully they are. It doesn't always happen. Unfortunately, there are children and students out there who don't really have that adult in their life who is guiding and caring for them. But in general, yes, teachers and parents would guide them, but it doesn't always happen.
Why the sin virtue are finally combined into three? So you may know what is.
Actually, the three virtues or group of virtues were like one of the minimum numbers, but it's not that every study has come up with that. Yes, there are 6 virtues of knowledge and wisdom. One is on self-regulation. One is on temperance. One is other focused kind of emotions. One is of transcendence and spirituality. And one I don't remember now. But when people did a lot of research with a lot of people, and then there are statistical methods to combine and see which virtues and which strength connect with each other, they came up with most studies came up with 3 or 4 or 5 kind of. It was not like clearly, neatly like 6 virtues like this. So I mentioned these 3 because many studies had found all these strengths and virtues combining into these 3 major groups, with had meaning about some were focused on knowledge, some was focused on regulation of oneself and all, and one was focused on other people and related to gratitude and all. However, it's not consistent across studies, and these are statistical methods to find which all are related more with each other, which go together, and which are different from other virtues, may or may not exist in the same people and all. So it's more of empirically, and that too also there they have not found every study having similar kind of groupings. So I hope I've answered this. Thank you.
There's one question, it seems to the nuns. How can we teach young children to do virtuous action?
Ni sambala da pugudu le zo gare chigrilana ani da mi bichani ani le bichaji da male bichaji yobi ani sama yores da deno ani le bishotala ani kan tu de ani tawala ani ta thoba jiwayina ani talantia shunda gore sangdu kasi lodan da bayina gana kilaja gewata ani o de pamayina ani pugulo loso ge tendishina ani shawa zambu ani jisholan roto gore sangdu ani telan de dewa jiwe gore.
So we have, as a human being, we have both positive side and negative sides, and seeing that in keeping that in mind, we have to work on our positive side and cultivate these qualities. And likewise, parents can advise their children to do virtuous, to involve in those virtuous actions, and teachers can also advise their students to involve in such virtuous actions. So the result of this will be happiness.
Can I add a little bit to that about what's going on in the West to actually, and I think it's going on here too, in India. In fact, I think we're going to hear about it this afternoon. But in the United States and actually all over the world, there's a real movement to teach children virtuous action. And it's happening in schools. And it's called, children are actually learning social skills, so they're learning how to get along with each other, and they're also learning emotional skills, so how to work with challenging emotions in a very healthy way. And that really is the foundation to virtuous action, is knowing how to becoming self-aware of your own emotional state, how to work with them, and also how to get along with others as well. So it's actually a very exciting field, and we will hear more about it in detail this afternoon.